I'm sitting here with my dog, Shirley. Isn't that the greatest opener to a podcast of all time? What happens when you get a divorce in the state of Florida and in many other states in the United States? What happens when you get a divorce and you have dogs? Well, one could theorize that if you purchased that dog or adopted that dog, however you feel about those two things, is not really relevant. If you purchased the dog or adopted the dog or dogs or cats or any other exotic animals potentially, and you fed that dog, fed that cat, provided for that dog or cat, spent a lot of time raising and nurturing and developing that relationship over a period of years, you're getting a divorce now all of a sudden, just to be a pain in the ass or spiteful, your ex wants that dog or cat. Or maybe they prey on the heartstrings of the court. I want that dog because the kids love that dog, and you know that the kids are going to be with me a majority of that time, and therefore I want that dog. Again, folks, this is not a man or a woman argument. This is just party one, party two. I'm filling in pronouns just to give you some context idea to allow you to think about this situation. So we have these dogs up for grabs. Well, then let's go ahead and tell the judge that I'm going to be a better mom or dad for Shirley. Shirley's the name of my dog. I'm going to take care of Shirley. I adopted Shirley. Shirley's mine. Everybody knows Shirley prefers me. Even the kids know it. Well, that's great. That's really nice. So are you looking for majority time sharing with Shirley or Fido or Bingo? Nope. Sorry. So sad, too bad. Bluey's not going to be spending a majority of time at your house or the other house. Bluey most likely is going to be at your house or the other house, not the and. Florida is not real big on dog time sharing. With tens of thousands of cases potentially per judicial division, Florida is not looking for an opportunity to extend what they have to do by giving time sharing arrangements for animals. They will do that with your children, who may act like animals from time to time. Mine do too, ha. But Florida does not have special arrangements and special subsets of laws or statute to accommodate pets. That means that in equitable distribution and not child time sharing, that is where we deal with the issue of pets. Dogs, cats, birds, parrots, capuchin monkeys, whatever we can conjure up as a really awesome pet, awesome animal to have around the house. That is going to be dealt with the court as though that animal is property. And whose property is it? Well, was it your dog premaritally? Then maybe it's non marital property, separate, no matter what happened during the marriage. Maybe you can still present your facts, but the judge will have to make a determination as to who gets that dog. Maybe the other party adopted the dog, but ever since then, you've been the one that takes the dog to the vet, pays for all of the dog's shots, vaccines, surgeries, whatever needs to happen, food, boarding, caretaking, and maybe you can prove all that. And perhaps the judge will be persuaded to assign the dog to you in equitable distribution. But Florida is beholden to Florida statutory law, 61075. Separate marital from non marital property. And if somebody owns a dog premaritally, does that dog change character in the context of the marriage if no paperwork has changed? If nothing official has changed? With who the microchipping is recorded with, for example? These are really difficult questions to answer and to ask, and it's highly emotional, sometimes more emotional than child time sharing. So let's take, for example, two parties buy a dog in a context of marriage. The wife officially purchased the dog on her credit card for $700. Beautiful dog, beautiful puppy, private sale. Couple of dogs met, and bow wow, yippee oh, yippee yay, there's a litter of three. Wife purchases one of the dogs. Let's say it's a beautiful Shih Tzu and Cocker Spaniel combo, which sounds a little strange, but bear with me. It's this beautiful little, essentially teacup puppy. The wife purchases the dog on her credit card, but guess what? The husband actually gave the wife the money, and we have records of that, and she has records of that, and now the fight is on for who's going to get that dog. So, what happens, Attorney Jacobs, if you make a dog time sharing arrangement, dog custody, if you will, and one party stops abiding by it? Is that really an issue for the family law court for enforcement? I can't say with absolute certainty it is or is not, but I would suggest to you that that sounds like an issue for a county or civil court, a county civil court rather, or circuit civil. That really sounds like an issue there for a judge to make a determination as to whose property that is once and for all if you failed to resolve it in the first place. Sorry for the disappointing news, folks, but dogs are property, pets are property, according to divorce court in Florida.